What up, everybody? It's your boy CG back at you guys again with some more crypto overviews. Today we're going to be talking about Kyber Network, acronyms KNC. Kyber Network actually just debuted on the CoinMarketCaps a couple weeks back. Not even a couple weeks back, I'm sorry, a couple days ago, September 24th, I'm sorry. It actually made its debut on CoinMarketCap about 2 to 3 days ago. But you know how it goes. Normally, with CoinMarketCap, you have to reach at least $10,000 of traded volume every 24 hours in order to qualify to be listed on CoinMarketCap. But from the looks of it, Kyber had no problem doing that. So I don't even want to say that it was out a day or two before that on exchanges. It probably was on the same day, if not the day after. So not much of a difference, probably three days ago, 4 days ago at max when it came out. But right now KNC is at $1.92. It's down 17.52% today. Probably hit a sell wall. A lot of people were hyping Kyber up, like a lot of well-known YouTubers were just talking about Kyber, and I was meaning to get involved in the program because I was really interested in its collaborations that it has going on with a lot of more well-known crypto developers like Omise and just Ethereum, just all these different networks that Kyber is creating as far as collaborations. But you know, you live and let live. You got to do what you got to do sometimes, and I didn't have time for it, so Kyber kind of just fell to the back, and I do regret it, but still, right now we're going to cover it and just see how you guys can possibly benefit from Kyber once you learn about it. So Kyber's market cap is at 264.6 million right now, a 24-hour volume of 17.9 million. That's a crazy, considering Kyber only came out 2 to 3 days ago. Circulating supply of 137.9 mil, with its total supply at 226 million altogether. If you guys look at Kyber's charts, not much to go on since its inception day, but Kyber came out the 24th on that Sunday, and then boom, it came out at $1.85. Its all-time high was like 255, I believe. When I was looking at the charts earlier, it was like 252. Yeah, 252, I guess. 252, and then hit sell walls. People were just dumping their Kyber, people buying it back up, and boom, you guys just see this fluctuation right here. It's just kind of channeling right here. Well, yeah guys, just based off what I know about Kyber's partnerships and how it's planning to streamline exchanges and transactions, actually hedge and mitigate loss, it's actually going to, I really see the big implications that come with Kyber Network. Like every day, people in the crypto world, when it comes to a new project, should be aiming to do better on a project than the last person did on a project. That's what you should be aiming to do, especially when it comes to the actual liquidity, the tech, just how it operates, just being able to streamline everything. It's all about comfort of life for everybody. It's comfort of life. That's what we have to make this thing. We have to make crypto space extremely accessible for the average person, like mitigate risks, eliminate the dangers. You can't necessarily eliminate hacking altogether, because hacking exists in every way, shape, and form in today's society. But with crypto, it's just it's more on the wild side right now because everything is new. So just giving everybody that how can I put this, that safe place where they can operate and transact with their cryptocurrencies is really a sweet spot that a lot of people should be capitalizing on as far as where they're taking their tech and what direction they should be progressing in. The markets that you can acquire Kyber on fall under Liqui, Binance, Ether Delta as usual, Mercatox, Tidex, and COSS. Top volume being at Liqui in Ethereum. Kyber has a pretty big social media following at 15.3K on Twitter. You guys can check out their tweets. They're based in Singapore, actually. Singapore. The KNC airdrop is happening. It will take a few days to finish. You should receive your KNC. So they're having an airdrop apparently. I wonder what tokens you have to be holding to receive the airdrop. So it seems that Kyber is an actual exchange, a decentralized exchange. See, decentralized exchange is a big thing that's going to be happening because decentralized exchanges are going to be a lot harder for like what happened in China. Decentralized exchanges, it will be far harder for people in China to actually shut down an exchange if it's decentralized. Like, a lot of you should do your research and study up on the difference between a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange, because I feel like people should really understand their investments and what they're doing in the crypto world. If you guys don't understand your investments, you might as well just be leaving everything up to God. You might as well just open your hand and hope the wind doesn't blow your money out your hand. You know, that's basically the same thing. You guys have to know what you're doing. You guys can come over here to Kyber Network and check out Kyber. Kyber actually has a video that explains and it gives an illustration of how they actually operate. So check this out.
Bob learned about DigixDAO at a conference and is impressed by the organization's vision, and he wishes to be part of the network by buying some DGD tokens. One of Bob's options today is through centralized exchanges, but they require standard registration and verification of personal identity. These processes take time. Then Bob is required to deposit his Ether to the exchange and wait some time before the transaction can occur. And on top of that, exchanges are subject to being hacked, putting the funds at risk. Bob also considered trustless exchanges, but these trustless exchanges typically have low liquidity, and that means it would take longer for Bob to purchase or sell crypto assets. Still looking for an exchange that could satisfy your criteria, Bob? Why not try Kyber Network? With Kyber Network, you can get your DGD tokens in a single transaction. No need for registration or deposit, and there's no confirmation time after your transaction is included in the blockchain. You only need to send your Ether to Kyber Network's contract, then the contract will return the corresponding amount of DGD tokens to you instantly. Very simple, right? Kyber Network does not hold your funds, so you don't have to worry about the network getting hacked and risk losing the entire amount that you have deposited. So how do we do what others fail to offer? Kyber Network runs entirely on smart contracts which do not hold users' funds. All trades are atomic, so either they succeed or users are refunded immediately. Kyber Network guarantees high liquidity by maintaining a reserve of all tokens in the network. Third parties can also maintain and register reserves in the network to facilitate their own transactions. Each reserve determines the prices according to its view of market prices. Kyber Network simply gets the best price as the exchange rate for the network users. In addition to being an exchange, Kyber Network is also a payment service that allows everyone to pay for goods and services in any token, while the recipients get paid in their preferred token. Kyber Network also supports advanced financial instruments, such as derivatives. For example, suppose you will be receiving your Melon token reward from a DAO contract in 3 days. If you figured that the conversion rate for Melon token to Ether is at its peak today, not 3 days from now, and you want to maximize your returns from your DAO investment, you can consider hedging your position with Kyber Network today and perform the transfer when you get your Melon reward. Kyber Network made Bob smile, and we at Kyber Network believe that we can do the same for you too.
So we can come over here, check out Kyber Network's roadmap. First mainnet launch, support trading between tokens and ETH. So yeah, Q1 2018, they are decentralized exchange. Like I was stating, support trading arbitrary token pairs, support trading advanced financial instruments, support cross-chain trading by early 2019. So right here, convert and exchange your token securely. Proxy payments, pay to anyone in any token from your own tokens. We'll do the conversion for the payment seamlessly. Get your dividends from a DAO soon and worry about the price fluctuations. And worry about the high. That's in the form of a question, basically. I was reading that wrong. Hedge with us. That's basically what they're trying to say. Try to cut your losses. Like, stay in as profit as possible. Receive payments from Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in Ether. So there you guys have it. Trustless and secure. High quality, compatible, instant. Well, yeah, a lot of people are trying to capitalize on the exchange market, and I feel like that's another key point that people really need to focus on. A lot of people are releasing exchanges, like for instance Kakao Messenger, that messenger in Korea that's really popular. They're partnering up with Bittrex, and they're about to release an exchange for the Koreans, and they're going to have over 100 tokens listed. There's Robinhood that Jamie Foxx was actually promoting. They're coming out with an exchange. There's WCX, they're coming out with an exchange. Kyber has an exchange. People are really targeting this exchange market. they're targeting this exchange market because they understand that their exchanges that we have now have so much space that they can be improved on. There's a lot of room for growth and areas where they lack that we see as consumers, and more than likely the people behind these different implementations of ICOs to fund their new exchanges are in fact consumers that probably had the same issues. That's why these new exchanges that a lot of people, you know, are getting behind, I am also in support of them. I also opt because I love to see advancements, especially in not exactly the tokens itself. The tokens are always going to be there, tokens are always going to be changing, but in our actual instruments that we use to leverage, trade with, so on and so forth, that actually make this whole environment possible. We have to build up our house. You can't just have a roof and then you don't have, like, you know, the support beams, the floor, the roof is gonna fall in. You know, you don't have all of that stuff in place. You're going to be living in a straw man house that the next hurricane, you might as well be living in the woods. Like, you never know what could happen. That's why you have to make sure that your support system is strong and stable. That's why I love to see, like I state in all my other videos, advancements in the crypto world that are going to make it extremely accessible and let the fear just, you know, how can I put this, disperse. Let the fear disperse. Like, push the fear away. Like, make this a safe haven for people, that people can come in and invest and not have a fear of, like, there are a lot of people who think Bitcoin is a bubble. You know, you have those people. You have a lot of people who think Bitcoin isn't backed by anything when Bitcoin is backed by electricity and math, and Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are backed by things that the dollar is not backed by. The dollar is practically backed by guns. Is backed by guns in a building in Washington, D.C. Like, that's what the dollar is backed by. Like, cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, is backed by math. It's backed by people's computing power, people's time and effort. It's not something that can just be printed and created every moment. You know what I mean? Like, besides people flooding the market with new tokens every day, that's about it. There's no, how can I put this, in a particular coin, if it's set at a limit, there's no inflation, there's no hyperinflation, there's none of that. In particular coins like Bitcoin, only 21 million will ever be created. After that, it's locked. Imagine what happens when it reaches that goal of 21 million, everybody. That's another one. Kick ICO, they raised $100 million today. Shout outs to them, guys. Check that out. They're actually like I said, I did cover them a while back. They're basically like kind of like a fundraiser of, I wouldn't say venture capital, but they're basically a startup. They help startup ICOs, you know, raise the revenue to actually start launching their projects. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what these guys do. There's the team for you guys. If you guys want to come over here and check out Kyber Network. I know the video is a little long this time, but I've been meeting, like I said, Vitalik, he's an advisor on Kyber. Guys, like I said, I've been meaning to cover Kyber for a long time, but it's like it fell to the back of my mind. I had so much going on with Vibe Hub, ONG, like a lot of other things I was focused on, getting exposure and getting out there and letting people know that these are good projects that you guys should study up on. Like, this fell to the back of my mind and I really regret it, but I'm here now and I am going to be a solid investor in Kyber simply because I know that this thing is going to be pop in. It's going to be strong. I know for a fact that it's going to be strong. Kyber is definitely going to be up there. I guarantee you Kyber will be in, is it in the top 20 already? Now that I think about it, I think Kyber is in the top 20 of the on-coin market caps, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is in the top 20. Yeah, Kyber should be in the top 20. No, it just falls a little bit short, but Kyber's damn near there and it just came out, everybody. So this is Kyber Network, everybody. Check it out. Like, keep it on your radar. Do a little bit more research if you don't quite understand everything, what a DigX DAO token is, what a decentralized exchange is. Just know decentralized exchanges are definitely going to be a big thing in the future, as opposed to centralized exchanges where the government can just come in and say, nope, fuck your monies, peace, I'm out.